Hi, I just want to pop on and give you an idea for a theme for your sketchbook, a way to visit your sketchbook, get in there and have some fun, especially if you're hoping for some time with your book. You want to feel relaxed and happy and have some fun pushing colors around, but you can't think of what to sketch or what to do on the pages. I have an idea for you. So, how about looking at nature without even having to go outside? Maybe step outside the door and pick up a natural element, maybe a stone, pull a leaf off of a bush, or grab a stick. Or you might do what I did and even find a little bit of nature in your house. Maybe you've got a house plant. And let me show you what I did. So I had fun sketching the plant. You can see it's not a perfect sketch. There are all kinds of like marks where I was trying to find my line. But I sketched the plant, so I had a nice time observing the plant and looking at it. But sometimes we end up with just that sketch right in the middle of the page and there's nothing else going on. And I want to keep enjoying myself and having fun in the sketchbook. So I like to take it a little further. I might look things up online. So as I'm working, I'm noting questions that I have about this plant. This is a snake plant. So I'm writing things down that I'm thinking of. And I like to keep a little ruler, or I have like this little game piece thing that I can just line up at the edge of my page, and then I can rule down some quick lines. Otherwise my writing kind of slides off to the side, and this keeps my writing neater. So I'm writing down questions. Why is it called a snake plant? Where do they grow naturally? Most importantly, why is mine not growing well? You can see it has like broken leaves and it's kind of curling over and it's very yellowy. And then I can go onto Google and I can look up answers for these things. This plant is actually also called mother-in-law's tongue and viper's bowstring. There's actually this strong fiber in the snake plant that you can pull out to create a bowstring with, which I didn't know. And snake plants actually can grow up to 6 feet tall, which I also didn't know. So I'm sketching and looking at something, but then I'm also thinking and I'm feeding my curiosity and I'm learning a little bit. That makes the sketchbook page even better. And then I learned some neat things that inspired other things on the page. For instance, these little symbols come from an article that I read about snake plants and how NASA thinks that they're a great plant to improve air quality. And these were these little symbols that they used on their chart for different plants and how they would filter the air. That got me thinking about air, which got me quickly sketching down a cloud. And I wrote a little bit about the plants cleaning the air there. And then I was intrigued by the designs on the leaves. So I sketched a huge leaf so I could see it closer. And then I just go back in and I'm looking for little bits and elements that are interesting to me. So it's called a snake plant. So I sort of messed around with a snake tongue design. I like this planter that it's in. So I like some of these shapes and I just kind of grab a few of these. I'm playing around with a little bit of hatching. And then these are kind of things that I'm picking up from the leaves that are interesting to me. The shapes on the leaves. I made a little note to myself. Mine's not doing well because it turns out I'm watering it too much. And then I had all this green on the page and I wanted a little bit of a complementary color. I've got this neon pink. It looks kind of red on screen, but it's a neon pink paint that I like to use. And then this is a little bit of collage just from my bin. And I might even add a few more little tidbits with collage paper. So just as I'm looking at the page, I'm thinking, oh, it could be kind of fun to make some of these leaves out of collage paper. Maybe I'll bring it in here somewhere. Maybe I'll layer them up. This guy. And these are just papers made with a jelly plate. And if you don't have some sort of game piece template like I do with this little cardboard piece that had game pieces that you just pop out. I use this to trace circles in addition to using this edge as a straight edge, but you might have like a little jar or top of your glue stick you could trace around. You might like another shape. So I might sort of put these in here, which I might play around with a little bit of that. That's a quick idea for you if you are sitting around and wish you had the feeling that you feel after you spend time with your sketchbooks, after you visit your sketchbook and you've played around with color and you've put down a bunch of lines and marks and you just feel good and relaxed. You want to get into your book, but you can't think of what to put on the page. Do this. Find something from nature, houseplant, something from outside. Give me just one thing and let yourself sink into being curious about it, making observations about it, sketching it, painting it, collaging it, writing down all your questions and observations, and then finding answers to those. Curiosity is such great fuel for happiness. So I hope that's a neat idea for some of you, and I hope you get into your book soon and enjoy your time there. Bye.